The sun had barely risen when Daniel parked his rusty old car outside a cafe. He checked his reflection in the rearview mirror. Tired eyes, wrinkled shirt, and the weight of failure resting heavily on his shoulders. Another job interview. Another desperate attempt to fix a life that seemed to be slipping away. Just 2 years ago, he had a thriving business. Now he had nothing. No money, no home. Just regrets and an empty gas tank. Daniel had once believed in dreams. He had risked everything to start his own company. The beginning was promising. Clients were interested, investors nodded in approval. But one wrong decision, one miscalculated risk, and everything crumbled. He went from signing contracts to avoiding debt collectors. Friends disappeared. His phone, once buzzing with opportunities, now only rang for overdue payments. The cafe owner, an older woman with kind but skeptical eyes, handed Daniel an apron. "Dishwasher," she said, barely looking up. It wasn't what he wanted, but it was what he had. As he scrubbed plates, he thought about his father's words. A man is not measured by what he loses, but by what he rebuilds. For the first time in years, he wasn't chasing money. He was learning humility. The weeks turned into months. Daniel listened. He watched. He learned. He saw what made customers return, what made businesses fail. Late at night, after his shift, he scribbled notes in a cheap notebook. He wasn't just washing dishes. He was rebuilding himself. One evening, the cafe owner noticed Daniel watching the staff prepare meals. "You want to cook?" she asked. He hesitated, but nodded. Soon he was chopping vegetables, stirring sauces, finding joy in something he had never noticed before. The cafe's customers loved his ideas. A new dish he suggested sold out in hours. For the first time in years, he felt something he thought he had lost: hope. 2 years later, Daniel stood in front of a new sign, his own restaurant. It wasn't fancy, it wasn't big, but it was his. He had used every lesson he learned from failure to build something better. And as the first customers walked in, he realized failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something greater. The lesson? Success isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Daniel didn't rebuild his business. He rebuilt himself. And in the process, he found something more valuable than money: purpose.